Joining me now is Marco Colombo, who's an Italian political analyst who's also made a documentary about Silvio Berlusconi, so you certainly do know the man. Good to have you with me.
Hello there.
So, is he going to go really?
It is interesting that it wasn't the girls, it wasn't the financial or bribing scandals, it's the euro that pushed Berlusconi out.
To this question of follow-through and difference between inputs and outputs, and the question of you can have the most fantastic journalism if it doesn't actually change the body politic, if it doesn't actually...
Così almeno tutti voi potete capire la differenza fondamentale che c'è tra noi e loro. Non avete dignità, non sapete cos'è la nobiltà d'animo, non sapete cos'è la democrazia, non sapete cos'è la libertà.
Abbiamo psiconavi, ballerine, mignotte, piduiste, truffaldine. Qui fuori legge fanno le leggi, come nel Medioevo.
Drama today in a courtroom in Italy where Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi's corruption trial resumed after being adjourned for a month. Meanwhile, in the face of that trial, other corruption investigations, a sex scandal, and Italy's lingering economic crisis, Berlusconi faces a significant test in elections this weekend. Joining us now from London, Italian political analyst Marco Colombo, who just actually finished a documentary on Berlusconi for BBC. Marco, thanks for joining me.
Hello there, hi.
Berlusconi, first of all, any documentary on Berlusconi I think would be just fascinating. His life down to even being injured in that attack. But he's facing a serious battle here. What are we expecting to see this weekend with him, at least his political future?
Well, this weekend we have the regional election in Italy, which is not as important as the political election for the parliament. But what is happening? Berlusconi is under attack from pretty much all courts. Cosa farei come primo ministro? Dare intervista. Blair ha fatto una serie televisiva sugli anni come primo ministro, Berlusconi non ha neanche concesso di essere intervistato. Ferrara, con un tocco di classe, ci rispose: non do intervista a quegli stronzi della BBC, giustamente perché la BBC è considerata un regno di incapaci e inetti. Nessuno di voi sa che Bank of America l'anno scorso ha investito milioni di euro per restaurare le opere di Bronzino e per permettere una bellissima mostra e un film che è stato trasmesso in tutto il mondo, di nuovo in Inghilterra su Sky, in America PBS e Arte.
He's a man who's absolutely full of charm as well as wealth. He appeared in a white kimono, I remember, very relaxed and very willing really to talk about absolutely anything one asked him.
Let's talk now to political commentator Marco Colombo, who joins me here in our London studio. Are you surprised at Mr. Berlusconi's announcement? He goes, he comes, he's been convicted of tax fraud, but, you know, what do you think?
Not really. Just over a year ago, we were here announcing the end of the Berlusconi era. Today's decision is not going to change things dramatically.
Italian journalist Marco Colombo. Marco, thanks very much for being with us. Before we talk about her, you guys started really well. You were looking great for the first few days.
It was a fantastic day on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was there at the celebration. I was complimenting Petrucci, the chairman of the Italian Olympic Committee. 5 medals. We were second in the medal.
Marco Colombo, tu sei analista politico per la BBC, ci hai lavorato 13 anni. Abbiamo sentito Mauro Masi dire prima nell'intervista che gli ho fatto che per diventare direttore generale della RAI insomma, diciamo che conviene avere tanti amici e soprattutto bisogna essere un uomo di mission, cioè qualcuno che ti danno una cosa da fare e tu la fai. Ecco, alla BBC come funziona? Come si fa a diventare direttore generale della BBC?
La nomina direttore generale è una nomina che viene fatta dal Trust. Il Trust è quindi sono il corpo che governa la BBC. Il presidente del Trust, Lord Patten, in questo momento è una nomina politica, ma nel momento in cui entra nella BBC il professionista, il politico, toglie la sua giacchetta di politico e diventa un uomo che segue l'etica della BBC.
Is this the end for Silvio Berlusconi?
Well, from most analysts, the end of the Berlusconi era was when Berlusconi was forced to resign
and let the Monti government in.
So can Enrico Letta start moving things along? The President has asked him to sit down with the different parties, all bitter rivals, to forge a coalition. What chances does Mr. Letta have? Well, a man who knows him well is the Italian political commentator Marco Colombo. What's he like?
Well, he's a very nice man. He speaks fantastic English, which is very unusual for an Italian politician. I interviewed him for a documentary, The End of the Berlusconi Era. In December 2011, everyone was celebrating, of course, in the left, the centre-left coalition, the end of the Berlusconi era.
Well, joining me now in the studio to look at the presumed new man at the top is Marco Colombo, who's a friend and supporter of Matteo Renzi. He's worked on a couple of his primary campaigns. What's he like, Marco?
Well, it's an amazing man. It's very new for politics. Very young to begin with. It's younger than me. He's 38. He's a father with 3 kids. He's a very simple and honest politician. I met him in Florence at the first of his conferences called Leopolda. That's